So you could be losing distance because of one simple fault that you're making in your backswing. So if you want to improve lag, shaft lean and speed, you need to try this. Right, if you're making this simple fault in your backswing, you're going to be impacting how you deliver the golf club to the ball. That could be losing you speed, power, quality of strike, lag, shaft lean, all of those things because of something that you're doing in your backswing. And it's something that I see that's quite common, and it's probably something that was more taught a while ago, sort of a good few years ago, that people sort of dragged through, and it doesn't work and it can hinder your performance. And if you're doing that, then all of those things can be affected, so you need to make this change to be able to implement it and start striking those golf balls better, start gaining a bit of distance and speed, and we all want that. Right, so I was always taught or shown when I was having lessons years ago that you need to set the club. So if you think, you know, back to what sort of like a Nick Fowler and a Nick Price were type doing back in the 90s, it was very much to stand there, swing, set the club into this position, good wrist angles, maintain that throughout the swing and for as long as possible. Now, not to turn around and say that those guys were doing it wrong, because they're phenomenal players, but and what they did in their swing worked for them, but that might not be working for you. So quite often what I'm going to see from an individual that stands there and sets the club or sets their wrists quite early in their swing is that they're then going to unset and release it very, very early in their downswing. That's going to result in a real big loss in speed and quality of strike. So that's going to look something like this. So if they take it, if you take it away, and your first move is that you're there so that you're setting your wrists nice and easy. Now you've got to think, you know, compact swing, stuff like that, that you're going to go, right, set your wrists nice and early in that takeaway, turn, rotate to the top. Now it looks very pretty and it looks nice, but then what I'm going to see an awful lot of is as they're delivering the club down, unloading that speed, losing that power, and then not delivering that to the ball. So then what you're going to get is, you know, cast that club down, get it into this position, club head starting to slow down as you're coming into impact. That's going to result in poorer quality strikes, liable to hit it fat or inconsistent, increased deflection on the ball, so as the club's coming into the ball, it's in a weaker position, the ball rolls up the club face and it doesn't pop off. So you're losing speed and power. If the quality of strike's not as good, it's all going to go wrong, and then, you know, you could feel like you're putting a lot of effort into your swing and then not really delivering the potential returns. So the swing could look something like this. So if I feel that in my swing and go, right, so I want to set my wrist early, get here, and then try to unload it as best I can, there you can see, okay, that's a particularly poor strike, but, you know, total rubbish, no speed at all, no power, no delivery. So again, so just try and do that again. So again, really work that set, get into this position, and you can see, so there, set my wrist, stand there, hit, strikes there, but there's just no power to that shot. Now, admittedly, I'm trying to exaggerate the move, so making it a little bit worse, but you can see that, you know, for all the effort that I put into it, I'm just not hitting the ball anywhere. So what you need to feel is that as you take the club away, that very much that your left arm and your club are going to be as one. So it's to take it away and get to this position. So there's very, very little wrist hinge at all. You can still maintain a connection with your body between the right elbow and the body there, so you don't want to separate and get out of here, but that club's got to be in that position. Feel that much more, and then as you turn the club down, at that point you create the angle in your wrist positions on the way down into the downswing. So there, much more, and then that's going to allow you to create a bit of whip to the swing. That's going to get you swinging it a lot faster. That's going to improve in sort of angle of attack, quality of strike, everything that you need to stand there and start hitting your irons and your woods a lot better. So it should look something like this. So if I set myself up, stand there, swing, and all I'm thinking is, now, and when you're thinking on this, and I've said before, feel against real isn't exactly the same thing. So as you're doing it, try to exaggerate the move. So you might try and feel like as you're taking it away, that your hands are taken away and you're almost turning the club down. That's, you know, an exaggerated feel, but you want to get to that position, feel like it's much wider, that's, you're creating a a much wider angle there, and then as you come in, you're going to drop it and then put the speed into the downswing. So it should look like this. So like that, so you can see gaining speed, roughly 9 miles an hour between that swing and the previous one, but more importantly, gaining distance and power. And that's going to transfer all of your clubs, so whether you're hitting your driver or your irons, even your wedges, that's going to give you the ability to strike it better, give you the ability to hit it a little bit further. We all want to do that. But if you enjoyed that video and you're interested, if you're through the winter and you're practicing through the winter, and you know we're going to be practicing more through the winter because we're going to be playing less because of the way that the weather is, and you're interested to find out what the difference between a premium golf ball, so a Pro V1, and a range ball, and how that could be ruining your practice sessions, make sure that you check out that video.